Rift fans, and welcome back to the Rift Archive in the Planetouched Wilds. This is probably the last video that we're going to have of part 2. Hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll see how it goes. So here we go. It was a massacre. He waited until Khar was gone and then murdered all the guards. We couldn't even get their bodies out of the crystals. We didn't know what to do. No one even dared to try and stop him with you, Khar, and that Usukhel woman gone. What do we do, Great One? How do we stop this monster? Your egg wants you to accompany Khar and Usukhel to go get Teth Dalchid and bring justice to the wilds.
May your way be clear.
Yeah, I know. So we're going to go over here. You don't want to know how I know where to go, because I've done this about 100 times. And the people are like there. I mean, it's kind of sad, but anyway. Okay, that's it. I tried being civilized about this. All that did was kill some of my best guards. Ancestor's beard. I used to play Korva ball with this dead guy growing up. No more trials, just good old-fashioned Wilds justice. Usukhel go into fury? Usukhel definitely go into fury. Then we're going to track down Teth. Then we're going to kill him, no matter the cost. Alright, guys. Let's go get her done. Ah! I guess it's this crystal. I brought the wilds into your plane of worth, a precious karmic jewel. I hope to entomb it for all time and pluck the good fortune at my leisure. But I had the misfortune of encountering the rhino, and the wilds was sent spiraling through time. That's when things got interesting. Yes, well. Find the crystallized radiance of fire. Okie dokie. That looks like a fire crystal. I sought to condemn the Bami to the fiery pit to cut my losses on this first slice of your cosmos, but the devils and their sin proved no match for the newly arisen primalists. For all the wrong reasons, you banded together and forged a kingdom out of that fiery apocalypse. Oh, sorry. I'm assuming it's this way. Oh no, it's up. Jumpy up. That way. Directly that way. Excuse me, little krill. Up. There you go. Boink. Right there with the dinosaur. Hunt crystallized dinosaur species. Oh, I've killed 100 of them. Okay. From the ashes of the false magician's machine crawled the Bach. They had your power and your tenacity, but were far more malleable. That's not how you spell malleable. They plagued your people for the memories of living that they stir up within them. It amused me to see these cousins fight for the right to live in the land of death. Malleable? I don't even know what that word is. I will have to figure that out. I thought I knew lots of words. That's not a word I know. Yep, there it is. Enemies beget allies, and allies beget enemies, if you say so. I had my back, so the Bami reached out to their cousins long lost in the wind. The Shalistiri are insufferable in their love of freedom. The Wilds had found its first true allies, ones who threatened to overturn the wheel.
No, Usukhel.
Oh, yeah, they're talking about pronouns.
Khar!
Okay. You?
Usukhel!
No, not you, me!
Khar!
Ancestors, pronouns, Usukhel! Why is this so hard? You, me, he, she, they!
Usukhel, Khar! Some guy, some girl, some person! Usukhel not think this hard at all. Usukhel wonder why Khar so worked up.
They're so funny.
Yeah! You do have a death curse!
Yeah, it must have been 6 minutes. They kind of talk every 6 minutes. Don't ask me how I know. I pride myself in being able to make the most out of my prisoners. When they find hope, I crush it. The Wilds passed through the infinite seas of the plane of water. The Bami met fellow Talarans. Sadly for them, the Gar were as lost as they were. This disappointment ushered in an age of banditry and despair. The Wilds passed through the infinite seas of the plane of the water. The Bami met fellow Talarans. That is a bad sentence. The Wilds traveled to the plane of life, a particularly brutal and predatory forest. My machinations with karma had been regressing the Bami back to a more primitive state of being. A few more years there, and the Bami would have been indistinguishable than the beast that prowled the canyons. But I'm not interested in weird devolution. I'm here for genocide. This is a lot of reading. I didn't think I was going to be doing reading. This thing. The turning point approaches, and I can take what Radiance I have stolen from the Bami and move on. The Wilds would be forever corrupted, and the Bami would fall into despair. But this Khar, the Titan of the Wilds, it appears I have underestimated him and his ascended dog. I will have to get rid of him before I can escape with my radiant treasure. I have planned for this. Have you now? Kill Teth and Khadluu Ukher. Yep. Alrighty, guys. I'll try to capture this as best I can. I just want to kind of take a look around. Where's Khar and Usukhel? I guess they're gonna spawn. Alright. I need to be real.
Welcome, great King Khar. I see you followed my carefully laid clues. I made sure to make them easy enough so even your feral pet could follow them.
Hey! She's my wingman, you ancestors dingus!
Usukhel insists only Khar get hurt Usukhel feelings.
You two and the Ascended are so adorable. You're my favorite alcoholic idiots. If it wasn't for the Ascended, you'd be dead by now. But why dwell on what could have been? I'll just kill you both now. I'll reclaim the Radiance I cursed Usukhel with. Then teach the Ascended and Khar the meaning of pain.
Wow, that's really self-important.
Usukhel also think unfairly judgmental.
It also makes him seem like an ass.
Usukhel agree with Khar.
Also, I have this to say about that idiot's crack.
Khar! Usukhel think Teth need polite rebuke. Usukhel remind Khar that was idiom.
No, Usukhel, that was irony.
Oh, you didn't think I lured you in here to kill you three myself, did you? One of the advantages of living for billions of years. You learn to speak Khadluu. Kill them.
That is a big boy. I need to back up. Oh, he's at me. Come on.
Usukhel let Great One get positional advantage. Usukhel stand in front of Khadluu to distract. Usukhel not used to hunting big Khadluu. Usukhel glad she not encumbered by clothing. Usukhel dodge Khadluu bad breath.
We did it! We drove it off!
Usukhel grateful for Khar and Great One. Usukhel not know how Usukhel survive without them. Usukhel suggest round of drinks on Khar.
Oops.
Okay, I'll pay. Plus, I'm sure there'll be some treasure in this lair. Otherwise, why are we fighting a giant killer Khadluu?
You drunkards don't even know what you've gotten yourself into. There is no escape. I have fed on the wilds for generations. When I gather enough of its radiance, I can finally leave. I have put out with enough of your shenanigans.
Shenanigans! Usukhel! Now he's using idioms from my grandfather's day. Who still owes me my birthday gifts?
Ukher, get back here and devour them.
Usukhel, you continue face-stabbing Teth. The Ascended and I will go back to tongue-stomping the giant Khadluu.
Yo. How am I dying? I'm into something.
Usukhel, I invoke the curse of Hummama, Lord of the Underworld, slain by this pathetic farmy girl. I take back the radiance that made her great. Now face me as the mortal you should have been. Let your death curse be fulfilled!
Usukhel not feel good. Khar, help Usukhel. Great One, help Usukhel.
The great wheel will never break! The great king, however.
Usukhel! No! You monster! No death speech witches! You killed Usukhel, you ancestor's curse. Usukhel, can you hear me? Usukhel. Usukhel! Ascended? Do what you need to stop this creature. I'll take her back to Shal Korva. I just need a moment.
What are these? They might have been helpful.
Good to see you.
The Titan has arrived with her body. How do you fare, Great One? I know the ending. I've made preparations for the traditional funeral of the wilds. Khar is inconsolable. Thank you for killing that monster Teth Dalchid. You've weakened the demon's power upon the wilds. I think it was worth the cost. Ancestor's mercy, I hope that it was. The procession is about to begin. Since the wilds were taken, the Bach have been stealing our corpses from graves to swell their numbers in the Amachiden Lidos, the Ascension machine. To prevent this, we honor our dead by taking them to the heights of the Ancestor Rocks and call down beasts of prey from the sky to devour the corpses. Ooh. In this way, the spirits of the departed rise up to be with the ancestors, while the corporeal body is prevented from being reanimated into one of our foes. Khar has asked that you lead the ceremony. I ask that you help him with his grief. Ascended. I think I relied too much on dumb, drunken luck. I forgot that there can be consequences in a fight. Or maybe this is your fault. You're immortal. You can take the risks that we mere Bami can't. Maybe Usukhel became overconfident from watching you. No. I'm sorry. Oh look, they skipped us. It's time for her to become a revered ancestor. Bear Usukhel to the funeral. And yeah, that's just silly. I mean, it's a very sad thing, but then it's just, yeah. Gather mourners in Shal Korva. Okay, we'll start over here and we'll work our way around. I have one. This must be the mourner. Okay, 2. Oh, there's the mourner. 3. Four. Oh, a tiger. Oh, and they're all traveling with me. Oh my. It's quite the procession. Lead the funeral procession. Usukhel had no filter. Usukhel never used pronouns. Usukhel would always rampage.
She said what she thought the moment she thought it. You always knew where you stood with her.
Ancestors burning in flames.
I hope that she is in some celestial tiger hunting ground and put the whole notion of civilization at her backside. Ancestors' flesh! Will you stop it with the griffin dances? I know you're trying to attract wildlife, but seriously? My friend died here, and it's taking all my willpower not to go on a rampage. That's not even what birds sound like! Oh, I am so sorry if my angry outbursts at my best friend's funeral hurt your feelings! Ancestors crack sweat! I lost my place in the eulogy. She started life with nothing, raised by tigers, but ended up saving the wilds from an interdimensional demon.
This ridiculous catgirl could not escape my death curse. Neither can your pathetic homeland. I am Teth Shidten. I am part of an ascended soul, and immortal. But I will surely take and defile this corpse for what you have done.
She is a tigress, you ancestors, colon!
Good. I want you angry, great king. You have taken back many of the radiances I stole. Now, I need to gather some more if I am to destroy your homeland. Come and face your ancestors.
All right. Survive the onslaught. Onslaught is where? Over there. Whoops. Nope. We're trying to not fight everything in the universe. Oh. Here. Alrighty, buddy. Bring it. There we go. Oh. And accept the Spear of the Wilds from Khar.
I'm done. Give this to Ureg. He can run this place. I've given all that I can give to the wilds. I've got nothing left. Thank you, Ascended. You were a good friend. Like Usukhel. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to drown my sorrows in an exotic tavern far away.
I'm sorry, Khar.
Good to see you.
This is the glaive of Shal Korva. Khar would never give this up unless he's left the wilds to me. I am not fit to be Titan. Neither was he, but I am just a functionary, an advisor, a courtier. I will hold this glaive as regent until a new Titan can prove themselves worthy. Ancestors' courage, if we are to break the great wheel, we need someone worthy. I get some pants. Hey, those are some nice pants. Yep. I've completed Act 2 of the Planetouched Wilds story quests. Well, Rift fans, that's the end of Part 2. But there's a whole Part 3 that we get to do, so this story isn't over yet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.